Hello and welcome to the final episode of the Stalktober special event from the heart of the Jakuls. As always, I'm your comprehensive host, Lothran, and finally we have come to the prize at the end of the rainbow. Let's reveal the one thing we've been working toward this entire time. Go fetch a fulfilling meal, sit in a pleasant spot, get as focused as you can, and pay precise attention to Tanjo. What the hell are you talking about? Verita, you can't just let him die. Think about what you're saying. I don't want to be with you. I don't want some child in me that I agreed to have before I knew what kind of a monster you were. Verita shot back at Ito. Keyword being were, Ito replied coldly. And just because you're a little different, that makes everything better? Is that what I'm supposed to think? Verita snapped at him, letting all of her anger flow from her mind to her lips. Go ahead, blame me. It is my fault. But think about yourself raised with such a trait. Ito flipped the dialogue on her. Tell me with access to that ability, as a child, you wouldn't act like it was natural to do it. That you wouldn't ever use an ability that felt more natural than breathing. Verita held her gaze on Ito for a few solid moments, then turned her eyes away. Ito grabbed her face and forced her black solid eyes and their smaller, more elegant, curving, angled pupils right at him. Say the words if you can. Tell me how you'd never use the only part of yourself that ever felt real at all. Go ahead. Lie to me. She tried several times, then squirmed out of his grasp and retreated to hide under the shelter and shadow of a nearby tree. I'm not going to put that thing inside of me. You made a promise, Verita. You remember it? I won't be forced to carry your child or that thing. She screamed back at where Ito still stood. You never have to carry my child. I wouldn't want it that way anyway. I've done too much wrong in all of this. You never should have followed me, but at least consider what you're doing here. I don't care. I don't want any part of this. I'm going back to my old life. Elia said it would be easy, simple to walk back the way I came. There is no going back, Verita. She's letting you write yourself out of history and life. You think the Vu would set up all these trials and let people just walk out a door the way they came in? You think they wouldn't protect what they built? Are you that dense? Elia's telling you what you want to hear because that will make it easier to show you how to end your own life for her. These aren't purely good or wondrous beings. They're sentient, and they have to make decisions. Difficult ones, like everyone else does. Think! Ito folded his arms, keeping his eyes on her. I don't care what Estraja or Elia say. I don't care that Audrus went off and ruined the backup for the drone that I made the deal with. I don't care if I do die by going back to the way things were. Verita stepped out from under the protection of the tree. I've made my decision. I'm going back to the way things were. Igthir pulled his fist out of Verita's chest. She stumbled the last meter out from under what had, a moment ago, been the shadow of the canopy, falling to the ground in a heap of gray dust that began scattering with a small gust of wind. No! Ito shouted toward the pile of ash he had so shortly ago still felt very much for. He fell to his knees as if Igthor's act had crippled him. No! No! Why? Ito sobbed, falling in on himself and toward the ground. Why? Ito asked of Igthor. Why? You know why. If I can't trust her to keep a simple deal she made in confidence, then she can't be trusted with this power, now or ever. Igthor pushed his foot through the pile of dust that had once been Verita. Here we are. He hefted a glowing shard, a small octahedron, walking over to hand it to Ito. If you want to save Onth, you'll be needing this. What am I going to do with this? What is this for? Igthor spoke, but continued to walk away. Ask Estraja. He's the expert. He's done it before. Though you won't be able to do it here. Wonderful. Just wonderful. And so it is. Our time together has now come to its complete and total end. I hope you enjoyed the Stalktober special as much as I have. As always, I've been your extensive host, Lothran, and this was Tanjo, another tale right from the heart of the Jakuls. No one is safe. So very good.